Welcome to your art lesson. I thought this might be a fun one for you to have today. We're going to be creating things out of things you may have at home that you may add to this and change it and do your own thing and have fun doing this art project. You're going to be doing a thing where we're going to use newspapers, we're going to use magazines. I have a finished one here that I made yesterday, and then I'm going to start one that you're going to see with the paper that I've got on the table and how we're going to do it. We're going to try to go a little three-dimensional, and in doing that I've got coffee cup holders, which are excellent for having a little body. And what I do is I'm not cutting out the shape of the face until I finish actually putting most of it on, so then I can decide what shape I really want for my mask. So with newspaper, what's really fun is the fact that you can curl it and layer it. And when I'm cutting them out in the newspaper, I'm cutting on the fold so that when I want to have curly hair, or I'm going to put a beard on this one, I'm keeping it connected on the fold so that when I go to curl it, or I'm going to make this one a little narrower, do something with it, I have all these layers that I'm using. And when I go to put it down, I literally am going to take some glue and glue it down in one spot, and then I'm going to come back and curl it. I'm going to make sure it stays together. It's real easy if you miss a piece to go ahead and just add it as you're gluing it. So I'm going to be adding something up here at the top. I'm going to give this mask a beard too, and a mustache. On the other one, I put flowers and more hair and things at the top. So I'm going to just let that one sit. I'm going to glue it down. See how that one came off? So I'm just going to come back and add more glue. What's going to be fun about this is you're going to be washing your hands a lot when you get through, because you're going to have a lot of glue on your hands for this. I've started with, on the paper cup holders, I literally drew an eyebrow, and I drew a, I'll find the one I drew, in black crayon or just pencil. And if you do that first, you'll be able to just kind of know, and I'm exaggerating. So in this one, I did it right above and below each other. And you can use the eyebrow out of cardboard, or you can use it out of paper. So I did one here out of the newspaper, and then I did one out of cardboard, so you can see the difference. And this one, I literally took that texture and I fringed, and we all know in 4th grade all about fringing on our projects. So what I'm going to do on making this more three-dimensional is start bending it, because otherwise I could just glue this down flat. Some of the places will go flat, but a lot of it I want you to actually go three-dimensional. So this one I glued down a little earlier, and I'm bending this one to soften it so that I'm going to bring my eyelashes back up. I'm going to do a rounding thing. I glued my eyes on. I took these out of a magazine, so they were neat. Actually, I think they were handles. So I took my magazine, and what you do is you just go through one of your art magazines or any magazine you have that you make sure your parents want you to cut it up. And you just go in there and find neat things or neat colors to be able to add. Here's the one where I got the handles. So that's what I turned into eyeballs. I thought those were really neat. They could be a lot of things, so I'm going to save that sheet because that's a good sheet to have. So as I'm bending this one, I've glued my eye down flat. I put a coffee filter in the center on this one because I kind of liked the way that made me center my face. So I'm literally having my eyes right above it, and then I'm going to start my eyelashes and my eyelids. Lots of glue, and I'm going to keep that bent so that when I put it on, I'm going to hold it at the sides three-dimensional. So I don't want it to just go flat. Parts of this are flat, parts of this are three-dimensional. So you want to kind of scoot it up, kind of count to 20, at least, let's see, once more. The stiffer paper takes longer than the thing, and you want to press down. You have plenty of time to work on this. On the nose, I went ahead and cut out the magazine cover. so that I would have heavier paper. And I'm going to just put the glue on the outside, not on the inside, and I folded it in half. So I want that to be a three-dimensional part of this. So I'm just going to put it so that I press down the outside of my paper, not the inside. You can see now it's making it go three-dimensional. I'm rubbing it right where I've got the glue. Hopefully it'll hold. And down here I cut out mustaches for both sides, and I'm going to do that same trick. The newspaper definitely is easier to glue. It goes on real easy, and all you have to do is go back and just tack it. And that gives that neat three-dimensional look. So I'm going to put one of them here. And I like what it does with layering. I like being able to come back and decide how I want that layered. This is going to go on a lot faster. So what I'm going to do is add some glue here on the inside. Make sure I get enough glue there. And if not, I go back. Like I said, it's part of it. It's going to stick on everything. And I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to kind of get it going a little more three-dimensionally. And the mouth I cut out of the cover too. Again, I just went through the pictures and colors I wanted to do. And I'm only going to glue it on the outside. And I folded it a little bit so I can make that, and I can make that white paper be part of the teeth. So I'm going to scoot it into the center so that it goes three-dimensional. If you've noticed on this, I haven't cut the face out yet. I like to do that last so that I can decide what I'm going to, the shape of the face will end up being. Now down here with all of this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give him a really neat beard. I'm going to put a lot of glue. I'm just going to, again, I'm going to pull that out inside, add glue inside when I'm doing it. I'm going to put that here to start. Then I'm going to curl it. I remember the method we've used before where you take either a pencil or a crayon, and I want this to be a little curlier, not just hanging there. I'm going to roll it up on the pencil. I'm going to scrunch it in, and then I'm going to unroll it, and I have instant curls. So I am rolling it and crunching, and then I'm unrolling it. You see how easy that is to curl. Newspaper works just almost as well as tissue paper. So there you go. So you can start to see what I'm starting on it. You know, so I'm going to go through, and that's why I have all these neat layers. So it's kind of like when we did the Santa Claus in second grade, if you remember, and we did it with tissue paper. So this is anywhere it's not down, I can come back and I can keep making it. That's going to make a really full beard. So here I see my nose has fallen off again. I think I'll go for the white glue. So, and if they fall off, it's okay. Just come back and put them back on again, because it'll just be a matter of the time of letting it sit. Put some more here. The white glue might work a little better. Again, because we're trying to do this for you to see. Okay, so I've got that. I pulled this out of the magazine, and again, glue. This cheeks I'm just putting in flat. This is one eyebrow. You can see how I did that same thing like I did on the mustache part here. And then as I start to look at it here, I'm going to curl. I think I'm just going to leave this one tuft up here at the thing, and I'm going to actually, when I start to cut this, I'm going to think about him having a bald head up here. And now I'm going to cut down to his chin. I'm going to make a shape. So that's why I don't like to cut it ahead of time. I like to wait and decide how I'm going to do the head. If you cut the head first, then you're kind of locked into only having one shape. But this way, I can come up with a lot better shapes and make them different every time I make one of these faces. So on this one, just as a start, you can see, and of course it needs to be curled, and if you see, I made a different face on both of them. So this one I'll finish up a little bit later, and I'll curl it. I can take the big pieces up here, I can roll them over without curling them, and actually glue them down too. So as I keep doing this, you'll see you're going to have something where you can actually make them loop and stick and kind of cross over. You can braid, you can do all kinds of fun things with these. So you're going to have that top, and you can just see here I'm not using the pencil at all. I'm just curling it, so I'm actually doing a little winding and just coming down like curly ribbon and just pulling them out, because that's going to be the hair up here at the top. So you can see how it starts to get more three-dimensional for you. So then you can add things in from your magazines, things with colors, lines in the face, you know, all kinds of fun things. So you can really use your imagination on this project and see what kind of fun things. You can even make the face of an animal. So that's up to you what you would like to do, but have fun with this project. Enjoy yourself, and definitely take pictures for later to show me what you've done. Have a great day.